We are on the 25 over mark. We are through the halfway stage of our marathon, and today is day 5 out of 10 in the World Cup preview marathon. And we've got a team right now who's right now in red hot form. They're playing really well in their warm up match. We'll talk about that also. We've got the Bangla Tigers, a team who is said to be the underachievers but has really improved since that 2015 World Cup. They rose up and they knocked India out of the 2007 World Cup, and now they're looking like a side who's boasted with spinners. Alan Donald, the White Lightning, is the bowling coach, and that has really kept up their pace bowling as well. So Bangladesh is looking a side to be wary of. Pritam, how do you see them going this World Cup?
Oh, thank you so much, Aryan. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live show. It's the day 5 of the marathon. As Aryan said, we are halfway stage there, and it's none other than the Bangla Tigers who we are going to definitely introduce you. And they are in red hot form, as he said, brilliantly playing in the warm up game against Sri Lanka without their captain who has been injured. We'll come to that controversy later on in very soon, but they're playing really well. They love playing at Asian conditions. We need Bengali flair at India as well. And with that, there's no waiting time. We have a lot to discuss, and we have got a guest this time for us who is coming from Bangladesh itself. So before we introduce him, we can definitely let the viewers know that it's from a different country. So you might face some network issues or you might face some lagging in response. So please do cooperate with us along with that. So yes, it's a Bangladesh fan with us. We have Mahir all the way from Bangladesh. Mahir, welcome to the marathon show for the first time. It's Bangladesh. How are you feeling to be part of this live show with us? Do let us know. And there you go. Unfortunately, he has just lost his network. We'll definitely introduce him once again. But Aryan, funny things happen too, don't it, in our live show?
Oh yeah, this is just the fifth one, and you saw with the New Zealand show. So these things keep happening, but as they say in cricket, we keep moving on, and we'll start off with the squad with them. The thing that is the most important is the 15 that you put out and that go and represent your country. And the big talking point here is Liton Dash, who's played a brilliant knock just now, and then you have. Nazmul Shanto. Now, his injury was a big blow to Bangladesh in that Asia Cup, and Tanzid Hassan has also got a 80 today. So the team, the youngsters, that they are unheard of. Tanzid Hassan, Tohid Hirdoy showed his class in the Asia Cup, right? Liton Dash is a known name. Nazmul Shanto showed his class. So earlier there was a pack of Bangladesh. You had Tamim Iqbal, Imrul Qais opening the batting, and those were the prominent stars. And now you have been replaced by the youngsters, which is really good to see. That means that the domestic system in Bangladesh is really flourishing to its core. And the pace bowling, you've got Tashkeen, you've got two left arm seamers who can turn the game, Shariful, and then you've got Mustafizur Rahman, you've got Tanzit Saqib, who did really well against India, and then Tanzir Hassan Shakib, and then you have the experience of Taskin Ahmad, who's one of the quickest in the lineup. And the spinners, we don't need to talk about. For introducing the spinners, we can introduce our guest once again, Pritam, and he can take us through Bangladesh spinners.
Definitely. And Mahir, once again, welcome to this live session. As we were about to introduce you and we lost your network. No worries with that. First, let us know how are you feeling to be part of us.
First of all, very good evening to you, Pritam bhai and Aryan bhai. And I would like to thank you guys to invite me on your show, and I would like to share my knowledge to you guys about the Bangladesh team.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so
And your
Bahir,
first,
we were talking about the spin attack. How effective is the spinners going to be? Because Bangladesh hold the they did a brilliant comeback right now with their spinners. So how important are they going to be? Let's say in Dharamshala, you're opening in Dharamshala. Are they going to be that effective, or are you going to see more pacers play? How do you see Shakib and the coach managing the spinners?
Look, Aryan, one thing I would say that if it was 2 to 3 years before also, then there was a huge rely on we used to rely more on our left arm spinner especially, but times have now changed. Over the years we have developed our pace attack also. So I feel that the first two matches at Dharamshala might be assisting the pacers. So Shakib can even opt to go for three pacers also. We have that quality of pacers in likes of Hassan Mahmood, Shariful Islam, Taskin Ahmed, and the fees. From these four, we got to have like three options. And you mentioned about Tanzim Hassan Sakib also. He's a genuine, actually a bowling all rounder. He can bat also, and he's a more of a valuable player. He did finish the. He did had some contribution with the bat in that India game where we won the match by 6 runs. So I'm eagerly waiting for this team to see this time how they perform, because over the recent time a lot has gone in this Bangladesh team, and right now the captain and the other two senior cricketers are now here to just enjoy the game, and we would like to show the world that what talents do we have in for our near future, because you will see 5 under 19 World Cup champions featuring in this squad.
Yeah, definitely. And there is youth, there is experience, there is a lot of talents in this Bangladesh squad. And we have seen that in the Asia Cup. They missed out to be part of the finals, but they were really, really good in the Asia Cup. But here comes a point. Mahir, we need your answer here that Bangladesh, just like South Africa, always choke in big moments and they rely a lot on Shakib Ul Hasan and Mushfiqur Rahim. So, do you think once again the two experienced cricketers will have a heavy workload on their shoulders?
Well, Pritam, one thing I have to say this time around, the reliance over Shakib and Mushfiqur will be lesser. In an interview yesterday in a channel called T Sports, yesterday Shakib told that this is actually most probably their last World Cup. Mushfiqur Rahim, Mahmudullah Riyad, and Shakib Al Hasan. So they are here this time around to just enjoy their game, and they might not bat on that much top order. Like in previous World Cup in 2019, we saw Shakib bat at number 3 and scoring 606 runs. He had the best average among the all the teams in that World Cup, and then he had performed with the ball as well. He took 11 wickets in that World Cup. This time around, many Bangladeshi fans still expecting him to play that big role, but I don't think so. This time around, Shakib, Mushfiqur will play that much big role. If Bangladesh needs to do well, we have to be, the good forms needs to be coming from Nazmul Hossain Shanto, Mehdi Hassan Miraj, Riton Kumar Das, and Taskin Ahmed. These 4 players their form will be crucial this time around.
Yeah, exactly. And the point that Mahir made just brought the culmination of all of us that we were discussing. Is he said that the youngsters are a very good buffer for the experienced players, because now they've got certain games under their belt and now they also understand. So it's a really good mix of experience and youth. And Mahir, before we go to the next slide, just one quick question. Okay, so we've come. Okay, can you tell us about the comeback of Mahmudullah Riyad? Because all we remember is him smoking in the 2015 World Cup. His off spinners, little undercutters. He also bowled the final over sometime. So for world cricket fans, it's a really good news that he's coming back. We are very familiar with him. So what's the mood around Mahmudullah Riyad this time? He's making a comeback.
In Bangladesh, we call him as the silent killer. You will be seeing him perform in like less crucial matches. You won't see him perform in those type of matches where the matches are not that significant. But when it comes to ICC tournaments, you will see this guy always clicking up in the World Cup, in the Champions Trophy as well. Once Nasir Hossain, the great commentator, said that in 2017 Champions Trophy, when he scored 100 against New Zealand, he said that this guy is made up for only ICC tournaments. Because if you see his one-day hundreds, there is 3 one-day hundreds, and all have been coming in the ICC tournaments. 2 in the 2015 World Cup and 1 in the Champions Trophy. But one thing also we have to realize that those form back in 2015 and 2017. These are like now earlier days, and now it's 2023. So similar things I will still say. Like, yeah, Mahmudullah Riyad's experience will be a key in this World Cup, but it will be kind of, like, we shouldn't expect that much from him in this World Cup. Like, he will score 300 to 400 runs and take 10 to 12 wickets. He won't be like that. But if you see those crunch matches in the comment section, one people mentioned that Bangladesh always choke on those pressure situations. Mahmudullah Riyad is the only guy who has been, giving his best at the number 7 position, which is like very crucial for any team in the world. And everyone likes to, have their own personal milestones, but this guy has been sacrificing only for the team. He has been batting at number 7, and then, if he could bat at number 3, number 4, or number 5, he could have had more runs in his tally. But for the team, he has been batting at number 7, and he has been doing a decent job throughout the years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
definitely.
can move on to
And the squad looks good, but Mahir, Eita Bolen, ki what does this controversy like?
Well, bro, this is like something very much unexpected from the two greatest Bangladeshi cricketer we have ever produced. Uh, Normally, we see, if you guys see in your team also, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, they did have some kind of cold war among themselves, but they never made a scene create in front of the world or in front of the cricket world. Also, if you see just before the World Cup, I'm seeing like there is a great bonding having now with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, even on the field, off the field. But somehow they have BCCI. I will give all credit to BCCI for handling that thing and, reducing that kind of differences between them. But I will give
Oops, is it his network once again? I
maybe
think
they have
so.
some personal problem which we should not actually talk about. But this recent past, these things has been, the personal thing has now hit it so much, in the professional world, that now Shakib can't hear Tamim's name right now. And we have been seeing two interviews back to back days, yesterday and day before yesterday, that Shakib was saying that Tamim is not ready to play for the team. Like, what's wrong if Tamim bats at the middle order against Afghanistan? Because Tamim plays not so good against Fazal Haq Farooqi and Mujibur Rahman. In the Asia Cup, when we played in Lahore, we made sure that Mehdi Hassan Miraj opened the bat with Mohammad Naim Sheikh, and Miraj scored 100 in that game. So maybe thinking that match, the team management and Shakib Al Hasan, the captain, wanted Tamim Iqbal to skip that Afghanistan game, and which is that thing actually, aroused a lot of problem. And on personal note, I would like to say that these things could have been said when they would play that World Cup match, most probably on 7th of October. They could have discussed that matter 2 to 3 days before. And to be honest, one thing is that there has not been any one-to-one communication with Shakib and Tamim. There has been always a middleman talking among themselves for them. So that's why there are more conflicts arising. There is a long thing to say actually. Time will pass away, but the problem never gets solved.
Yeah, and this controversy not good for the world cricket. We were very disappointed as neutral fans, and I'm sure the same sentiments go in Bangladesh as well. So I hope the issue gets resolved as soon as possible, and the Bangladesh Legends move on. And there's a good question on previous players of the team that we have. There's no discussion around Chaume Sharkar and Rubal Hossain. So Maher, where are those two right now, and what are they doing?
Bro, like, they are not even performing up to their level in the domestic cricket also, where many of the inexperienced guys are playing. And Shaume Sharkar is that kind of guy, like, who has been we have been carrying him since 2015. He has not been dropped in any ICC events. Before every ICC event, he has been getting chance somehow. But this time around, luckily, we got to drop him. Without any performance, just because of his some glamorous shots, and he has one advantage is that he can bowl, which is why he has always been preferred over anyone. But this time around, our captain, Shakib Hassan, he has been, he's not like many people may have, gotten hurt by his one, what is that called, straightforward thing, interviews and straightforward kind of opinions. But he is straight and clear. He wants performer in the team. He wants 100% fit players in the team.
Absolutely correct. And Mahir, this is a question for you in your words and in our both of us words. ছোট্ট কথায় বলতে পারেন কি তামিম কি মিডল অর্ডারে সত্যি ব্যাট করতে পারতো এন্ড আরেকটা ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ খেলতে পারতো?
দাদা, একটা জিনিস হচ্ছে যে তামিম ইকবালের আমরা খেলা দেখতেছি যে লাস্ট 16 থেকে 17 বছর, এবং তামিম ইকবালকে ডোমেস্টিক ক্রিকেট বলেন, স্কুল ক্রিকেট বলেন, কোথাও তামিম ইকবাল নাম্বার 3 তে পর্যন্ত ব্যাটিং করেনি। সাকিব বলতেছে যে রোহিত শর্মার এক্সাম্পলটা দিল যে নাম্বার 7 এ রোহিত শর্মা ব্যাটিং করতো ইন্ডিয়ার জন্য, এবং যখন এম এস ধোনি 2013-তে সম্ভবত চ্যাম্পিয়ন্স ট্রফির সময় বলেছিল যে তুমি কি ওপেন করতে চাও নাকি, এবং ওটার পর রোহিত শর্মার একটা এভলিউশন হয়েছিল, আমরা দেখছি পুরো ওয়ার্ল্ড ক্রিকেটে। সো সাকিব এটাই বলতেছে যে তামিম মানে সারা জীবন ওটাতে খেলবে নাকি দলের স্বার্থে। স্পেশালি ওরা বলতেছিল যে আফগানিস্তানের সাথে যে ম্যাচটা, আফগানিস্তানের সাথে আপনার আমরা মেইন শিফট ওপেনারদেরকে চান্স দিই, মোর অফ আমাদের যারা আপনার রেগুলার ওপেনার্স আছে ওদেরকে আমরা কেন যেন এক্সপোজ করাতে চাই না, কারণ ওখানে আপনার জানেন যে আফগানিস্তানের বোলিং অ্যাটাকটা খুবই ট্রিকি থাকে। তো ওই ম্যাচের ওটার কারণেই মেইনলি এই প্রবলেমটা। বাট অ্যাপার্ট ফ্রম দ্যাট আপনার অন্য ম্যাচের জন্য তামিমকে ওরা ওপেনার হিসাবেই বিবেচিত করতো। বাট আরেকটা জিনিস হচ্ছে যে ভাই, যে আমি একটা জিনিস বুঝতেছি না যে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে টিম যাবে, স্কোয়াড অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট করার আগে এসব কথা কেন হয়েছে। আপনার এটা তো আপনি ম্যাচের 2-3 বা আগে বা 3 দিন আগে বা ইভেন ম্যাচ ডে আগে তামিমকে এটা বলতে পারতেন। তামিম হচ্ছে এমন কাইন্ড অফ গাই যে সে সবকিছু আপনার সবকিছু মনের মধ্যে নেয়। তামিমকে তেমন কিছু বলা যায় না, বলতে তামিম নরম কাইন্ড অফ পার্সন আর কি তামিম। এন্ড সাকিব ইজ লাইক বেশি প্র্যাকটিক্যাল টাইপের আর কি।
সেটাই জন্যই আমার এই যে কোয়েশ্চেনটা, এই যে ফ্যানের যে কোয়েশ্চেনটা, সেটাই আমি বিশেষ করে আপনার কাছে আনতে চাইছি। ব্যাট 17 বছর কোনোদিন ওপেনার ছাড়া করেনি, বাট যখন দরকার আপনার এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা মিডল অর্ডারে কি আপনি খেলতে পারতেন না? কুডন্ট ইউ হ্যাভ রিপ্রেজেন্টেড দিস ফর ইয়োর কান্ট্রি?
দাদা জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে তাই তো তামিমকে বলা হয়েছে প্রথম, ওকে 2টা অপশন দেওয়া হয়েছে। ফার্স্ট এন্ড ফরমোস্ট হচ্ছে যে আফগানিস্তানের সাথে ম্যাচটাই না খেলানোর জন্য, এবং ও যদি ইনকেস ম্যাচটা খেলতে চায় তাহলে ওকে বলছে আফগানিস্তানের সাথে শুধু আফগানিস্তান ম্যাচ, আমি বারবার মেনশন করছি, শুধু আফগানিস্তানের সাথে ম্যাচটাতে আপনার মিডল অর্ডারে ব্যাটিং করতে বলছে। বাট তামিম আপনি জানেন যে লাস্ট 2-3 বছর ধরে বাংলাদেশের ওডিআই ক্যাপ্টেন ছিল। এন্ড যেটা বললাম সাকিব এবং তামিমের একটা ডিফারেন্সেস থাকে, এটা থাকে যে কারণ কে বেশি বড় তারকা বাংলাদেশের মধ্যে, এটা নিয়ে আর কি, যেমন বিরাট কোহলি রোহিত শর্মার মতো আর কি। সো এটা মেইনলি মোর অফ তামিম ইমোশনাল এবং ইগোইস্টিক একটা ডিসিশন নিছে। সিলেক্টররা কিন্তু তামিমকে ড্রপ করে নাই, তামিম নিজেই বলছে সিলেক্টরকে যে আমাকে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ স্কোয়াডে নিয়েন না, জাস্ট ফর দ্যাট ওয়ান ম্যাচ।
Absolutely, and apni whatever you said in these words were absolutely agreed by most of the fans, and Priyanka agrees it too. And Tohid Hridoy, Rohan says Tohid Hridoy is a future captain and in the making, a star. Do you think he is a talent to watch out for, not just in this World Cup but in the upcoming cricket, in the red ball especially?
Red ball, it's too early to say. বাংলাদেশের most of the youngsters আমাদের দেশে একটা জিনিস, দাদা should I say it in English or বাংলা?
You can continue in English.
Okay, so most of the time we see that once a player is performing in one format, our selectors are keen to select him in other formats as well. If Aryan has mentioned about Sommo Sarkar. When Sommo Sarkar was performing brilliantly in 2015 in the one day formats, he has been later considered in the T20 and test formats automatically, seeing the performance of the one day. So the thing is, in Bangladesh team, if you are performing in one format, you are automatically selected in the other two also. But now the situations and the circumstances has been changed. I think now the selectors has become more professional, and they are now more keen to make a specialized team for specialized formats. And I don't think Tauhid Hridoy should play red ball cricket right now. It's very early to say, because those two things are completely different, test match cricket and the limited overs cricket. And I would want him to continue in the limited overs test match cricket. He has to show himself in the first class cricket, that how much is his capability, how long can he bat, in under what circumstances can he win the match or save the match for his team. So a lot of things to be noted.
Yeah, so what I did was Nasser Hussain gave the stage to Ian Smith on the World Cup final. I gave the stage to these guys because the sentiment was flowing, and now I'm sure. Thank you, Maher. We'll create a nice video of what you explained, and we'll put it out separately, because it's important that the video also reaches out to the local audience or the Bangla audience that is on in the
Definitely.
cricketing fraternity. So thank you for that. And Shoma Sharkal, emerging player. Pritam, I think we can move on to the next slide. Uh,
Definitely.
uh,
We'll come
yeah.
back to this
So,
controversy because we also have another question from one of the fans. But we move on to the history. Aryan, can you take the history, please?
So, see, group stage 2003, quarterfinals 2007, group stage 11, quarterfinals. So, it's been a mixed match thing, Maher. So, this time, how much minimum expectation from Bangladesh? Minimum expectation that, they'll finish on either quarterfinal or they won't make the. Oh, sorry, there are no quarterfinals this time. There's only semi-final. Semi-final korbe ki na.
That's a good one.
This format which ICC has made for the 2019 and 23 World Cup, where 10 teams are playing, and there is a league format, and then top four teams are playing the semi-finals. So in this kind of situation, I don't like. For me, I don't know. It can be wrong. I hope it is. It may. My opinion gets wrong, which is that I don't think Bangladesh team will make it to the semi-finals. To be honest, for me, seeing the current situation, personal differences in the team among the top two cricketers, and even the fans also right now, they're not expecting that much high. But as I have mentioned before, also in this interview, that uh, there are five young promising players, and our captain is also very much optimistic and positive. And if he gives free license to those youngsters, then maybe you can see 1 to 2 big upsets going can happen, because we got to
Definitely.
beat we have beaten India in the Asia Cup. One thing I have been wanting is that Bangladesh team to beat Australia. It has been it has been since 2005 we have beaten Australia in a one day game. We did beat them in test matches at home. We did beat them in T20 series at home also, in those though that was a ranked runner pitch, but we won many matches against them in those other two formats. But the one day format, which is like we have won the only one day against Australia, that was back in 2005. So in this World Cup, I want uh, either of Australia, South Africa, or England. In those matches, I want Bangladesh to create an upset to them.
Definitely, definitely. But some of the fans says a maximum of 2 wins. That could be something not pleasing to the eye for the Bangladesh fans. But Deepu says a very important point. Mair, if you can answer that. Shakib said before that he is stepping down from captaincy post World Cup. What are the options of leadership? Who do you think are the best emerging captains in this squad for Bangladesh?
um, the thing is that we don't. The main problem of our cricketing board and our team management is that they're not thinking what is going to happen after the World Cup. It's not planned or anything, but yeah, certainly if the question has asked, I can give them some names who can take leadership in the recent future. Is that I feel today you guys have seen Mehdi Hasan Miraj captaining the Bangladesh team in the practice match against Sri Lanka. He can be the one who can take the leadership in the
I think we lost him for a bit. But yeah, he was talking about Mehdi Miraj,
Can
and
he
he
be the
played in
yeah
finals.
yeah can he be that Shakib Al Hasan everyone in Bangladesh was hoping, and then since he debuted in 2016 we got to see Miraj not contributing with the bat like for first 3 to 4 years, and that last year happened, that India series, and then Mehdi Hasan Miraj showed. You guys also have seen him bat at number 8 in that game where I think we lost 60 odd for 6, and then Miraj and Mahmudullah having a big partnership and taking the team to 270. Also, not to forget that first ODI also, thanks to KL Rahul for dropping that catch. But yeah, yes, he did pull off that stunner, with the bat, and then that gave him confidence with the bat, and now he has gotten chance in batting at the top order. He got some chance to bat at, got chance to open. So we can see Miraj, and then there is another player, Nazmul Hossain Shanto, Litan Kumar Das. These are also classy players. The main problem is that consistency of them. And yeah, the one thing mentioned in the comment section is that Tawhid, definitely it feels kind of happiness to me that whenever I'm seeing Indian fans, Sri Lankan fans appreciating Tawhid Hridoy, giving him that kind of love, the way he played in the Lanka Premier League, it was awesome. We saw great guys, experienced guys like Thilan Kandambi, the coach of that Jaffna Kings, and then veteran Pakistani experienced T20 batter Shoaib Malik also appreciated him a lot. David Miller also was appreciating him in those matches that yeah, you played that shot well. So this is I think a lot to that youngster, giving him confidence in the near future, and I hope yeah, he can keep his good name in the future and show you guys better performance in the World Cup, and you guys consider him in the next IPL auction.
Definitely, he's a talent to watch out for. Kintu,
But
Maher,
on this
once
phase,
again, yeah, sure. Ian, go ahead.
yeah. Preetham continue. Preetham continue.
Yeah. So before we go on to the next slide, it's a very special slide we have from this year's marathon. But একটা প্রশ্ন আমার আছে, এটা আমরা বহু বছর ধরে দেখে এসেছি বাংলাদেশ টিমে, এন্ড আমরা ইন্ডিয়ান ফ্যান্সরা অনেক নোটিস করি এটা, জানি না বাকিরা দেশরা করে কিনা, কিন্তু রিভিউ সিস্টেম ওডিআই ক্রিকেট বলুন, টেস্ট ক্রিকেট বলুন, ইউ হ্যাভ টু রিভিউজ টু ইউজ। ডিসিশনটা কে নেয়? উইকেট কিপার নেয় না ক্যাপ্টেন নেয়? এটা ফ্যান্সরাও মেনশন করছে, রিভিউজ টেকিং দ্য স্লাইটেস্ট অপরচুনিটি দেন লুজিং দেম। মানে প্যাডে লাগলেই কি একটা রিভিউ নিতে হবে সেরকম কোনো কিছু আছে, নাকি বোলারের ওপর কনফিডেন্স, না কিপারের ওপর, না ক্যাপ্টেনের ওপর? কিন্তু রিভিউ পার্সেন্টেজ অফ সাকসেস নেক্সট, এইটা কিন্তু বাংলাদেশের আপনি বলতে পারেন একদম কম। এটা কেন হয়? মানে আপনার হিসেবে ডিসিশন মেকারটা কে?
ডিসিশন মেকার বলতে দাদা যে জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা ওভার দ্য ইয়ার্স লাস্ট 3 বছর যদি আপনি দেখেন বা 2 বছর যদি দেখেন, এই রিভিউ সিস্টেমের আমাদের কিছু মানে ভুল ডিসিশনের কারণে, ভুল টাইমে ভুল ডিসিশন মেক করার কারণে আমরা অনেক ম্যাচ কিন্তু আমরা হেরেছি, জেতা ম্যাচ হেরেছি, এরকম অনেক কিছু, অনেক ঘটনা ঘটেছে। ইটস লাইক বেসিক কমন সেন্স আমরা মাঝে মাঝে আমাদের কিছু কিছু ক্রিকেটার, আমি মেনশন করবো না, মানে অনেক বড় নামরা, ধরেন সে জানে যে এটা মানে প্লাম out, but just because they are senior cricketers, some of them are taking those kind of what is that called, advantage, being a senior or being a main important guy, because he has nicked the ball but still he will be taking that review because to see, but his experience can say he is clearly out, but why you do need to waste that review? And also yeah, I think wicketkeeper do play a big part of whether that review can be taken or not. But I think ultimately captain has to choose within the 10 to 15 seconds that whether he will be reviewing that or not. Captain has to be maybe inside those circle where he can observe what's happening. Definitely the wicket keeper uh, preference or opinion will be asked also. But yeah, I think this is a thing which we have to look at, and hopefully this percentage gets to decrease in this World Cup.
Absolutely. We hope for the same because Bangladesh team, especially while fielding, they get super excited. As Ronit mentioned, they get super excited as whenever the ball hits the pads and they lose their control over the game. We'll definitely come on to that later in part of the discussion, but it's time for the trivia. Yes, Priyanka, we'll start off the trivia, the first trivia question for the day. It's an interesting part. Mahir, get ready. We have three quiz questions. We are into the first quiz question. You will get two opportunities. First opportunity, if your answer is incorrect, we will give you 10 more seconds to decide and then answer it again, so that in that meantime, the fans in the comment section can give their answers too. So we have only World Cup questions from 2011, 15, and 19. So not much of a memory for you to take out for. I'll hand it over to Aryan to go on with the first trivia question, all of you.
It's
Okay, so who hit the winning runs to knock India out of the 2007 World Cup, and who was the captain in 2007? I think I repeat, who hit the winning runs to knock India out of 2007 World Cup, and who was the captain of Bangladesh in 2007 World Cup? Mahir, what's your answer?
Should I answer it correctly?
Absolutely, yes, you have to.
Well, one thing is wrong, that match wasn't that winning runs wasn't India got another match to to make themselves alive in that tournament. But that was against Sri Lanka. I mean, most of the Indian journalists say that we have knocked them out, but actually that Sri Lanka match was that one where they got knocked out. So I will answer it is that that match, that winning run came from Mushfiqur Rahim. He scored a boundary in this side in the playing a cover drive, and Habibul Bashir was the captain of our team.
Oh God, your memory is super. You're a die-hard Bangladesh fan. Even the fans are saying Deepu says Rahim, Shankar sir says Mushfiqur Rahim, uh, Mushfiqur Rahim once again. But it was the captain who was also being asked, and Mahir was spot on. It was these two. It was Mushfiqur Rahim and Habibul Bashar. I think it's Ashraful man on the picture, but it's Habibul Bashar who was the captain. Fantastic answers.
And
Mahir,
who
we
was
have two more
who was
questions.
the captain? Like, no. The picture, like I have to like make what one thing I have to make it clear is that Ashraful was with Mushfiq while staying not out in that game, but the captain of that World Cup was Habibul Bashar.
Yes, as we mentioned in
Yeah,
the below, that Habibul Bashir is the captain, but in this picture is Ashraful and Mushfiqur Rahim.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely correct. And
Who
we
was
move
the
on. Aryan, it's time for the last five matches form. Form doesn't look good for Bangladesh.
Mahir, the last five matches, see, decent form is something you've just played against New Zealand, but losing a series at home just before the World Cup. Right, I know they're playing really well. They won the warm up game. That's a good start to the World Cup, but uh, the recent form, losing series to New Zealand and controversy. How do you see them? Keeping that aside, it looks like they're on a good path. They've won the first game. How do you see them going on now after this game?
Well, I wouldn't, get so much excited seeing the practice match win, because practice matches every team can go for experiment. They can, not play that much seriously. I won't be, seeing it that much, or taking that thing too much in my mind that we won the practice match against Sri Lanka or something like that. The main thing is that how we perform in the first game against Afghanistan. And there are some injury concern. Unfortunately, yesterday our captain Shakib was playing football in the practice session, and today he was ruled out for the first practice match. And rumors has been hearing that Shakib may not be available for the first match against Afghanistan, and which will be a huge blow for us.
Yeah, sure, that. But they look good. I agree with you that practice matches do not justify whether you're a strong team or a weak team, because you always tend to experiment, just like most of the teams are doing. Pakistan has not playing there for a few of the players, even New Zealand, even the others as well. But my this question is going on and on in the last 35 minutes. I want you to be very straight cut and very short. Three formats, three captains for the future of Bangladesh. Who are your choices after this World Cup?
Well, if there is a if there should be if there is a change, then I would say for the test matches I would prefer Mominul Haq come back again as the test captain. In the one day format, I would like to see Mehdi Hassan Miraj captaining the one day side, and in the T20, I think Shakib will maybe continue till 2024 T20 World Cup. So if you even see after Shakib who should lead the team, that's quite tricky for the T20 thing. But as I have said, like if one format one captain is doing well, other format also is securing. So Mehdi Hassan Miraj limited overs captain for me.
All right, fantastic. And it's time for the second trivia question. Mahir, get ready. I'll hand it over once again to Aryan. Is a second trivia question for all of you, even for the fans. Let's get it rolling, Aryan.
Okay, so simple one. Who took the most wickets for Bangladesh in the 2011 World Cup?
Well, this is quite tricky for me. I haven't studied that much, but I can give a guess. Maybe Shofiul Islam.
Okay. We'll hold your answer. We'll not say whether it's correct or incorrect. We'll let 10 seconds go by for the fans to say their answers. And then we'll say whether it's an incorrect one. Then you have one more chance as well. We'll give it 10 seconds for the fans. If you can answer this question, 2011 highest wicket taker for Bangladesh. It was a home World Cup between Bangladesh, India, and Sri Lanka. Was it? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody says Mashrafi Murtaza. No, it is incorrect. Mahir, even your answer of Shariful Islam is incorrect. We have got the correct
It,
answer. Mahir, we hand it over to you to give the right answer or your second attempt.
second attempt should be Abdul Razak.
Okay. So surprising that you have not got any of the answers correct. It's not Mashrafi Murtaza once again. It is none other than
Mashrafi
this is
Murtaza
what is
didn't play
correct.
that World Cup.
It is Shakib Al Hassan, who was the leading wicket taker for Bangladesh in the 2011 World Cup as well. So fantastic answers. Yes, Priyanka, you said it correct. You were giving a question mark. You're asking us, but you have to say it with confidence. It is Shakib Al Hassan. That's the correct answer. Shakib, yes, Shakib. Everyone got it correct in their second attempt. We move on. We get to keep things rolling. Aryan, fixtures for Bangladesh looks pretty tricky in the first five. But which other games do you think they will host? The conditions?
Ba- Bangladesh are a team which cannot be taken lightly, and now they have the schedule. If you talk about just the schedule, they're in a fix, right? Because if you see Afghanistan, they need to win that game to get some confidence because they are in Dharamshala, they'll stay in Dharamshala, but a team is coming who believes in smash bang ball up right from the start. That's England. And then it's New Zealand and China where they'll favor themselves. So if Bangladesh can get one win out of those two, then their campaign is off to a good start. And then they go to Chennai with spinning conditions. Then my question is they don't have many spinning grounds to assist them. So how do you see this schedule, and which is the match you're most excited about?
Well, Aryan, one thing I've mentioned earlier also, like if this was like 3 to 4 years back also, then we would like to have those slow and low kind of pitches. But right now we have got 3 to 4 quality fast bowlers also. So if the pitch is assisting somewhat to the fast bowlers also, we have got that thing covered also. But the main concern for my side is that the batting, our batsman has to score runs in the board. Our bowlers will, if we post 250 plus in most of the matches in this World Cup, then we have a huge chance winning 3 to 4 matches easily, I think. the main problem is the batting.
Yeah, but you
So
you
which
think you
match
will
are
get
you
it?
most excited about, and which when?
Obviously, as I am invited in an Indian channel, so and in our country also the most hype match will be the 19 October one against India, because we all know the Bangladesh India match. It's always quite uh, intense, and always going to the wire, till the last ball. Maybe yeah, India has been winning most of the matches, but yeah, Bangladesh does give a good fight to India always.
Yes, absolutely correct. But my another question for you, Mahir, is that 24th October, 28th October, দুটো খেলা, sorry, 28 and 31st, দুটো খেলা ইডেন গার্ডেন্সে আছে আপনার দেশ থেকে তো খুব কাছে। আপনি কি আসছেন ইডেন গার্ডেন্সে খেলা দেখতে?
ওয়েল দাদা, একটা জিনিস হচ্ছে আরিয়ান জানে, আপনি হয়তো জানেন না যে আমি কারেন্টলি বিবিএ বা ব্যাচেলার্স করতেছি আপনার এখন মালয়েশিয়ার একটা ইউনিভার্সিটিতে। সো
Alright.
আমার আগামী মাসে আমি আপনার আবার আমার হলিডে ছিল, এই জন্য আমি দেশে আসছি আর কি আপনার। তারপর আবার আমার সেমিস্টার শুরু হবে, তো আমি আবার মালয়েশিয়া ব্যাক করব। তো আমার হয়তো আশা হচ্ছে না, বাট আমার এখানে হয়তো আপনার অনেক শুভাকাঙ্ক্ষী এবং অনেক আমাদের বাঙালি ভারতীয় বন্ধু ভাই বোন আছে যারা কলকাতায় থাকবে। তো আমি ওনাদেরকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে আপনাদের ভাষার একটা দেশ বা দল আপনাদের শহরে যাচ্ছে। তো 28 তারিখের নেদারল্যান্ডস ম্যাচটা হয়তো বা এত ইন্টেন্সিং হবে না, বাট 31 তারিখের যে ম্যাচটা পাকিস্তানের সাথে, দাদা দাদারা দিদিরা, একটা জিনিসই যে বলবো যে বাংলাদেশ টিমের জন্য যান, স্টেডিয়ামে খেলা দেখুন এবং সাপোর্ট করুন বাংলাদেশের জন্য।
Absolutely, absolutely, and wish Bangladesh all the best because আপনার তো অলরেডি ফ্যান ফলোয়ার্স হয়ে গেছে, আপনাকে অলরেডি ওয়েলকাম করছে কলকাতাতে, যাতে আপনি আসুন আর খেলা দেখুন। Hopefully we can meet again. 2026 World Cup আছে, and many more World Cups are there. We will definitely catch up and see. But you're saying India versus Bangladesh is the game you're looking forward to very keen. But looking into the fixtures, the last two games especially looks very tricky. Sri Lanka in Delhi, where I think it's going to be an even game in Delhi because both teams loves playing against spinners. Like in Australia is there, but how many games are you confident of winning looking at these fixtures?
Well, brother, like if this was asked from me 3 months before, also I could have said easily that this time we have the best chance to do very well, even make it to the semis. But over that recent time, what has happened in our cricket, especially inside the team, internal conflicts has been happening. So currently, I am not expecting that much. Some of them mention 2 matches, something like that. So I am also thinking maybe this time around we might just end up winning 2 to max 3 matches, because seeing the current situation, so much experiment, missing out so big player Tamim Iqbal. So definitely, I don't think that this time our fans are expecting that much high.
Yeah. And Aryan, shall we move on to the playing 11 part then? Three different playing
Yeah,
11s.
yeah.
We have the playing 11s out here. Firstly, I'll see the common names. We have it is Litton, Najmul, Shanto, Ridoy, Shakib, Mushfiq, Mamadullah. Everybody has them, but there's a difference in the opening sector. It's Litton versus Najmul Hussain, Shanto, which Aryan has, but we both, me and Mahir, has Mehdi Hassan. Is it because of the success he had in the recent past, or is it because we do not want to risk any solid batsman in the top? Mahir, Apnar, the reason behind you have picked Mehdi as an opener, not Najmul Hussain Santo?
No, Nazmul Shanto has been batting at number 3 for last 1 to 1.5 year. It's like little. There is like little probability that Shanto will get to open, but the if you have seen today's warm up match, maybe Tanzid Hassan might get some matches to open with Litton. But the thing is that you guys know, like he's quite new in the international circuit, and the I have sent Aryan the playing 11 against Afghanistan match, and as I have said before, the main conflict which arose uh, with Tamim Iqbal and the BCB thing is because of that Afghanistan game. We don't want to risk it out our main openers against that quality Afghan attack. So that is the reason mainly why I named Litton and Miraj to open, because right-handed batsmen to Mujib and Fazal Haq Faruqi, maybe they will be less threatening compared to left-handed batsmen such as Tanzit Tamim, or if Tamim Iqbal was there.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
I basically opened with Shanto because I believe in giving chances to the people who are in form, and the best way to get him into the action would be to give him the power play so that he can maximize his talent. And in my team, I see Maher has gone with 1, 2, 3, 4 fast bowlers. I think in Dharamshala, three are good enough for me, and you need the batting depth against Afghanistan, because if one of their spinners say takes a few wickets quickly, so you need the batting depth. So I've got batting till Nasum
I'm
Ahmed.
sorry to interrupt, Aryan, but we both have three pacers and spinners. Mehdi Hassan is a spinner, but
Oh, sorry,
a reason,
sorry. That my
yeah,
mistake. My mistake. So
my
yeah,
bad is
yeah.
that I unfortunately Mahir had Nasum Ahmed and I had Mehdi Hassan. But Mahir, the reason why you went with Nasum Ahmed and Shakib both being a left-handed spinner and not going with a right arm off spinner?
Well, if my one, it's written. I think I have got Mehdi Hassan Miraj as well as Sheikh Mahdi Hassan, yeah, and I
Yeah.
have got Shakib Al Hassan as a left arm spinner. So one Shakib Al Hassan as a only one left arm spinner is okay, and Mehdi Hassan Miraj and Mahdi Hassan, like today also, if you see the practice match, Nasum got if the pitch is not behaving, if the pitch has no assistance to spin, Nasum gets exposed. But Mahdi Hassan, he bowls very quick. He can bowl up to 100 plus speed, and then he has got a lot of variety. He has got to play. He played a lot of T20 leagues. In BPL he play, yeah, even bowled last over also and defended 6 runs to 10 runs in the last over. So he has got, and he can bat also. Nasum Ahmed can also bat. He did bat. He did score 44 runs of 45 balls against India. But main thing is that I'm all talking about that Afghanistan match. This is the playing 11 mainly for the Afghanistan match.
All right. And a reason behind, I want to know one more thing. We three have gone with Shariful Islam, but the vast experience of Mustafizur Rahman has been sidelined. Um, Reason behind that, I would want your opinion because you might be more updated with that. We are seeing that he's playing more games, Shariful, and is having more impact. But Fizz,
No, I'm gone
very
with.
experienced.
I have Mustafiz. I have
Oh, he
Mustafiz in
has
my
two
team.
left-handers. Yes, Aryan has two left-handed seamers. But Mahir, you have not gone as well as I have not gone with Mustafizul. What is your reason? Because is it lack of form for Fizz that you're ruling him out of the team?
First and foremost, I am quite surprised to see Aryan not picking up Taskin Ahmed in the playing 11. Like he's like kind of an auto choice for us. Like he's the currently the best fast bowler we have got in our team. Well, I would not say that Mustafizur Rahman is out of form or like he's not that much effective. That not that kind of thing. But the thing is, Fizz is more better bowler, better T20 bowler than a one-day bowler or a test match bowler. He is like, if it was T20 cricket, he would have been easily my auto choice in my playing 11. But as it is one day format, and Shariful Islam has got good success against Afghanistan team. He got Ibrahim Zadran out for 5 to 6 times. Whenever Ibrahim Zadran has faced Shariful, he has been struggling. And one thing I've mentioned is that the playing 11 which I have given is mainly mostly for the Afghanistan game. So it can be changed. Mostly those pitches which will be behaving slow, like as the Chennai pitch. You can see Fizz playing against New Zealand, and even the Delhi pitch also, because I think Mustafiz is playing for DC, right? So Mustafiz
Yes,
got
yes.
idea about Arun Jaitley Stadium also. Like he got to play a lot of matches there. So Chepauk, and then those pitches mainly where Mustafiz got to play IPL games will definitely be preferred over Shariful or any other bowler. But the thing is that currently our management is deciding every 11 as per the opponent, not like our playing 11 is not certain in every match.
Absolutely correct, and that's the reason why I'm saying that you have not gone with a lot of long-term planning. I think it's based on each and take one game at a time. But
Exactly.
আপনি বলেছেন যে কি আপনি ইন্ডিয়া ভার্সেস বাংলাদেশের গেমটার জন্য সব থেকে বেশি এক্সাইটেড, পুরো বাংলাদেশ ফ্যান ইজ ভেরি এক্সাইটেড ফর দ্যাট। এই কোয়েশ্চেনটা তো সবাই জিজ্ঞেস করবে, আমরা কি আবার নাগিন ডান্স দেখতে পাবো এই ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে?
দাদা মেইন জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে আমি একটা জিনিস বুঝি না যে মানে ইন্ডিয়ান ফ্যান্সরা নাগিন ডান্সটা নিয়ে তেমন আলোচনা করে কেন। কারণ নাগিন 18 বিপিএল এর সময় যখন এটা আমাদের একটা প্লেয়ার ছিল নাজমুল ইসলাম অপু, সে এটা সেলিব্রেট করতো জাস্ট বিকজ ড্যারেন স্যামি তখন ওই টিমের ক্যাপ্টেন ছিল এবং তো তখন অপু হয়তো এরকম করতো। ড্যারেন স্যামি বলছে তুমি ম্যাচেও এরকম করে দেখাবা, অপোনেন্ট তোমাকে দেখলে এটাতে ভয় পাবে। I will interpret for Aryan also is that there was a player who used to play regularly BPL and got chance in the Bangladesh team. So Darren Sammy was also with him in that team, and Sammy told him to do those celebration in the
Yeah.
real match and T20 series against us. And then there's a player Dhanushka Gunathilika from Sri Lanka mocking that celebration to Oppo, and then it hit to
He's getting some network issues.
Even in the Nidas Trophy where India also played with a kind of short tribute to Oppo. But I don't think against India we will be doing that. Mostly against Sri Lanka that Nagin derby happens, but not against India.
We don't have Chamanga Karuna Ratna, so he'll give it back to them. But we have a final trivia coming in, and let's move to it quickly. So the question is: Bangladesh created history by defeating England in the 2015 World Cup. In which stadium was the match held?
I don't remember the stadium's name, but that is like it happened in Adelaide, most probably. Yeah, it happened in Adelaide, but I don't remember the stadium's name. But it happened in Adelaide.
Okay. Let's wait for 5 seconds, and then we'll reveal whether it's a right or wrong answer. I'll give it to all the fans, and the answers are keeping on coming, and it's no brainer. You're absolutely correct. That is the name. It is none other than Adelaide Oval, which is the correct answer. Shankar sir gets it bang on. Deepu says it's Adelaide Oval. It's absolutely correct. They made you can say a history by knocking out England out of the T20 2015 ODI World Cup at Adelaide in Australia. So yes, Deepu is more into it. He says 15 runs defeat. So that was a very, very big win. I think it was Rubel Hussain who got the final wicket, isn't it?
Yeah. Rubel Hussain got the final 2 wickets of Stuart Broad and Jimmy Anderson. And actually, I would say that defeat of England team as a blessing, because had not that defeat happened, then you would not see this England team today. That defeat made complete change to the England team. Ewan Morgan, Andrew Strauss, and that coach name I just don't remember. He was a KKR coach also that time.
He's our coach.
Trevor Bellis, Trevor Bellis, Ewan Morgan, and Andrew Strauss, and then they decided to change their mindset. They threw out their main senior cricketers like Jimmy Anderson, Stuart Broad from the one-day team, and made sure that there will be batsmen from top 1 to top 11. They got Liam Plunkett, they got Chris Wokes and other. Chris Wokes did play 2015 World Cup also. Yeah, they made sure that they are world beaters, and England team. That's something outside topic of us today. But today you can see that England team, that revelation.
Absolutely, and we'll go on to the next one. That is top 4 predictions. It's very interesting choices, but not that surprising. You have knocked out once again Aryan, he has knocked out Australia out of the predictions. Mahir, the reason behind you have knocked out Australia from the top four predictions is your my first question.
Um, Mainly, first and foremost, if you see Australia winning first two matches in the South Africa tour, and then they lost three matches there, and then in India also they lost the series and they lost back-to-back 5 games. So their current form is not looking that much good. But I do know that Australia does perform when it is about ICC tournaments, but still I don't have a feeling. And to be honest, as a South Asian cricket fan, Pakistan one is like quite of a emotional one for me to pick, because I want to see an Indo-Pak semi-final in Eden Gardens. Maybe yeah, it will be happening at Eden Gardens. So that's why I chose Pakistan over Australia mainly.
See, Mahir, you went with the same reason I went with Pakistan. I want to see a India-Pakistan final or a semi-final, whatever happens. But currently, you talk about Pakistan. They need it's 34 and 52 for New Zealand and Jim Initium. They are being tapped. They are being tapped hard by New Zealand. So this is not good news for Pakistan. But somehow, as an Indian, I don't know why I'm feeling happy. So seeing
While
Pakistan
your
good,
Bangladesh
but
has comfortably won.
Bangladesh has won, so congrats on that. Good start. Yeah.
No worries,
Well,
but
So
this Pakistan, yeah, this Pakistan team, whenever you will write them off, they will can surprise you. That's
yes,
the biggest mistake you will do if you are a cricket fan. Like whenever you will write Pakistan off, they will surprise you the next day.
absolutely.
yeah,
Even
unpredictable.
after Naseem Shah, we think they are not good enough or they are not strong enough. But still, we are thinking that they might definitely surprise you. No time wasted. We are going in straight away to the predictions of the leading run scorer and wicket taker. Completely different names given by Mahir. Reason behind, we were just talking about Pakistan. You've gone with Babar Azam as the leading run scorer and Lockie Ferguson. This literally came out of the syllabus. Lockie Ferguson as the wicket taker. The reason, give us your explanation of these two picks first.
I have a personal feeling that Babar will love to bat in the Indian pitches. He will score like 500 plus runs surely this World Cup. I have a like sure gut feeling, because you have seen today also Babar scored a 80 runs knock against New Zealand. He was looking so comfortable, like he should have scored a big 100. I felt like today, but it's a practice match. You will see the first match against Netherlands and then followed up by Sri Lanka. Those two matches also Babar can score high runs, and then leading up to that India game on 14, that the biggest match of this World Cup, India Pakistan. That match, I don't know, somehow Babar doesn't perform against India. Maybe this time also I don't think Babar will score that much big runs against India, but he will be scoring against those Sena countries like South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, England in these subcontinental pitches, and then he will be like smashing Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Netherlands, Afghanistan. Like apart from that India match, I think he will be scoring highly. And then the Lockie Ferguson one, yeah, he's like he recently performed, led the team in Bangladesh and won it here in Bangladesh. It's beating Bangladesh in Bangladesh as a captain, especially, it has been a huge achievement for Lockie Ferguson. He's a like genuine wicket taker. In 2019 World Cup, he picked up 20 plus wickets. He was among the top three wicket takers in that World Cup, and I feel that if Lockie gets to play those 9 matches, he will be again picking up 20 plus wickets for sure.
Okay, and just to brought the previous ODI series of New Zealand beating Bangladesh at home, I would want to ask you if you were the Bangladesh captain on the field that time and the dismissal of Sodi at the bowling end, would you have called Sodi back onto the field, or was it fair for you that it's now in the rule books? Would you have given it out? Like you would have decided as a captain?
First and foremost, I would like to appreciate to the standing captain Liton Das to call out Ishodi back from that pavilion. He was not actually going to that pavilion like he was going out towards the pavilion, and then Leighton called him back. So definitely a huge appreciation should go to Leighton for calling out Ish Sodhi. And that thing which you mentioned, that should Ish Sodhi given out or not. He was actually given out by the umpire. The main problem is that our captain, standing captain, called him up again. So the thing is that if you have seen that video, that Hassan Mahmood did that run out. Actually, you should not call him man cut anymore, because that's called a run out
Yeah.
now officially by ICC. So that's completely in the game. And if you are if you're not what is that called, supporting that act, then why did your bowler did that run out, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So if you wouldn't do that, then I would have understand, yeah, okay, we are against it. So that thing has been mentioned by one of our senior after that match, that we have to plan it, like you have talking about the review system. We have to think about this thing also, because there will be 10 situation in the World Cup. You never know, Bangladesh might have placed in a good position, or they might have a scenario that they have a do or die game where there is only solution is that they have to run the batsman out in that kind of way. So will that time our captain will take that opportunity to make the batsman out or not? That's the main thing. So we have to plan it out before doing it again.
Absolutely. And we go on to the final slide. And finally, thank you so much, Mahir. We have a different answer out. It's no more India from a guest point of view, New Zealand. And give us a reason why you've gone with New Zealand, not any other side being the winners of the Cricket World Cup 2023.
Because for first and foremost, like the way this New Zealand team has always played in all the ICC tournaments, you will be seeing them like perform so consistently, but they just can't somehow manage to cross out of the line. Last World Cup, like I know it was well within the rules that that super over game. If that was a tie, England would have won the World Cup. But still, like they went so close. People feel for South Africa, but South Africa never went to the finals. But New Zealand played two back-to-back Cricket World Cup
Finals.
finals, and they did play a T20 World Cup final also in 2021. So I want for that guy, Ken Williamson, what a leader he is. Like he has been carrying the team, single-handedly. But now New Zealand has got some support. Ross Taylor has retired, but they have got Tom Latham, they have got Lockie Ferguson. I've mentioned to be the highest wicket taker. Trent Bolt is back. He was not in the contract, so they seems to have that bonding, and they have some subcontinental blood in them. So the Rachin Ravindra scored a 97 against Pakistan, so they have got some good spin attack as well. Mitch Satner played so much in IPL, so they have that IPL experience. They have. I don't see any reason New Zealand lifting the cup this time, because you guys know that in semi-final, if India face New Zealand, India has been suffering against New Zealand in the ICC tournaments. They have not. Today I was seeing a show in Star Sports that it has been 20 years India is not beating New Zealand in ICC events.
Yeah, that's a concern, but definitely if we face them this time at our home, we'll definitely beat them, even if it's at Wankhede or at Eden Gardens. But the thing is that New Zealand are comfortably winning this game, and they are almost on the verge. Players like of Nisham and Chapman are dealing in sixes, so really, really positive from them. But Mahir, if you had to choose, we have got this question way before that. Who can be a surprise element for you from the Bangladesh team in this World Cup for you? Pick one player.
Surprise element. It's quite hard to say, but I can give a guess. Uh, and surprise the critics of in Bangladesh right now. He has not performing up to his potential in recent past. So I would want Liton Das to surprise this time also, and make his retention in the KKR team also.
All right, that's very interesting.
Okay, okay.
Shankar sir says Mehdi Hassan. That's another very, very good point, because I think he's mentioning Mehdi Hassan Miraz, or as he said, probably Mehdi Hassan. I think he's going with Mehdi Hassan Miraz with his bat and ball, but I'm just predicting. But it's time to conclude the show, isn't it, Aryan? Shall we go ahead and
Yes.
conclude the show? All right. So, Mahir, thank you so much once again for being part of us. Firstly, short in Bengali and then short in English. How was it for you to be part of this live show?
Uh, well, firstly, I will say in English that definitely I would thank Aryan and you for inviting me in your show. Though there has been some interruption with my network, I'm sorry for that. But currently I'm out of my city, so there has been some network issues. But still, I would love to join you guys again in the show. And we did have a good analysis about Bangladesh team or any other team. If you guys ask me, also, I think we will have always a great time to talk about cricket. So thank you guys. And lastly, I will say in Bengali to everyone and Pritam da is that there is দুইটা ম্যাচ আছে কলকাতাতে। আমি আবারও আপনাদেরকে রিকোয়েস্ট করছি যে যদি আপনাদের ফ্রি টাইম থাকে, যদি আপনারা মানে খেলাটা দেখতে যান, অবশ্যই বাংলাদেশ টিমকে সমর্থন করবেন 28 তারিখ এবং 31 তারিখে। কারণ 2016 সালে টি-20 ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ আমরা যখন পাকিস্তানের সাথে লাস্ট খেলেছিলাম ইডেন গার্ডেন্সে, আমরা পাকিস্তানের সাপোর্টটা দেখেছিলাম বেশি। আমি জানি যে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াতে হয়তো আমাদের ফ্যান্সরা কিছু এদিক সেদিক করছিল বলেই আপনারা তখন রাগ করেছিলেন বা কিছু একটা, বাট আমরা এটাই চাই যে আমাদের কলকাতার
Oh, it's a problem probably for him. No worries with that. Aryan, he was just saying to be part of the Eden Gardens on the two games they are playing at the World Cup. Definitely, at least I will be part of those two games at the Eden Gardens for sure. But thank you so much, each and every one of you who was part of this live show. It was wonderful having a word with all of you. The comments was filled. We had a lot of discussions with Bangladesh squad analysis, and even the guest was really nice with us. We have day 6 tomorrow, and it is none other than our team. Who is it, Aryan? Tomorrow, it is none other than Team India, whom we are going to cover up tomorrow. And till then, thank you so much. Don't
India.
forget to
We have
subscribe.
finally, we have the host. We have the host finally.
Absolutely. So
We
don't
have the
forget to
host.
subscribe
We
to the
have the
Fifth
host
Umpire.
tomorrow.
And
Join in. We've got a very special guest.
yes,
The direct
absolutely.
hit.
And
Direct hit. Subscribe to the both channels.
yes, Aryan, probably you're lagging a bit, but no worries with that. We'll end the show. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire and the Directed. Till then, bye bye and good night.